going, Donell Jones? That feels so,
Chillin'.
I feel so good saying that. Donell Jones is in the building with me right now.
That's what's up.
This how I feel.
All right.
So, Donell, listen, so everybody knows you for your hits, like, what's up, featuring Left Eye. We know you for Knock Me Off My Feet. We know you for You Know That I Love You. But the timeless hit that everybody knows is Where I Wanna Be.
Yeah, man. So many people hit me up. They like, yo. I mean, well, I get good reactions and bad. Like some of the women be like, man, this guy played this record for me and broke up with me with this record. I hate you for this. You know what I'm saying? So I get all kind. And the guys, some guys be like, man, you came right on time, man, when I needed you the most. I mean, and women too, because I mean, they were trying to break up with some guys who they was with for a long time. So yeah, I get both sides of it.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this. That record is came out 1999, and
Yeah.
it's still something that everybody plays. Like 1999, I was 6, and that's still one of my favorites.
Make me feel, oh snap.
No, I'm being honest though. Like I was 6 when Where I Want to Be came out, but it's still like in my playlist. It's one of my favorites, So for me telling you that, and imagine like all the other 90s babies who still bumping the song like it came out yesterday, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel awesome. You know what? When I wrote that song, I was actually living that. I was going through it at that moment.
Right.
And the only way for me to get it out was to write about it. And I feel like the reason why it's still standing the test of time is because no matter how long time goes on, people are still going to feel like that. They're going to be in relationships that they want to get out of. Sometimes when you find love young, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how to express yourself. And then when you find somebody else, you don't know how to say it. So this is one of those songs that could probably play for a long time and express it for people.
With that being said, knowing that you make timeless records, just
Thank you.
How do you feel about R&B today?
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I appreciate what the young guys are doing. When we were coming up, the older generation didn't like what we were doing. And I never want to be one of those cats that feel like, it's their time. It's their time to shine. I think what's beautiful about it is that they're doing their own thing and people are missing what we used to do. So there's a whole street there ain't nobody driving on that we can just come and drive our bus right down that street that ain't nobody on, which is beautiful because let them do their thing. Look, what they're doing is beautiful. It's for their generation and some of their generation love what we're doing. Right. Let's not knock them. Let's just appreciate what they're doing and appreciate the fact that they leaving a whole street open for us.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I can say that. I could definitely say that. But I'm going to tell you what I truly miss about R&B, like back then, the 90s R&B. I just miss the ad-libs. I miss being able to sit down and actually relate. Because I feel like R&B now is kind of so blunt in your face. It's just, it's not anything to sit back and really think about. It's either I feel it or I don't, That's just how I feel about R&B now. And then versus 90s R&B, it's just like it can never get old because down to the videos, it's just like, it just never could get old.
It's the art of, I think what today is missing is the art of storytelling.
Yes.
I think that, everybody almost sounds the same. There's no originality. Like when we were coming up, you had myself, R. Kelly, Joe, Maxwell, D'Angelo, Case, Genuine. Everybody did R&B, but everybody sounded different than each other.
Right.
And today I feel like a lot of people they jumping on each other's bandwagon instead of saying, oh, you did that, I'm gonna go do this. You know what I'm saying? And, so I think that's what the difference is. But again, I appreciate the fact that these young brothers, they out here, they doing their thing, and they try to do it the best way they can.
Absolutely. No, you can't knock them. Like you said, we got to show love and got to show support. I mean, I love the music. It's just it's not the 90s era. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's not. I think the subject matter could be a little bit better too, because everything shouldn't be about, how much money I got, how many chicks I've slayed.
Exactly.
It could be better. Yeah,
sometimes
it could be better.
I want to just, give me metaphors. Don't just tell me straight up what you're trying to do to me. Tell me, like the way I'll go down. I want that.
Right.
Type, that type of energy.
Yeah, leave something to the imagination. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Exactly. So that's how I feel. So if you could, if it's one thing, if we could relive the 90s era, if it's one thing that you miss about 90s era of R&B, what is that for you?
what I miss is also what you like, the ad libs, like when, like I feel like now everybody's just doing so many riffs and stuff like that. They're showing their vocal acrobats, but I mean, there's so many different ways you can do it. You can like rock a song without even doing no without even doing no riffs and all that. I mean,
Right.
It's a beautiful thing, but at the same time, I feel like it's overdone these days. Also miss the art of storytelling. You know what I'm saying? The art of storytelling, I think, is more beautiful because in some songs you don't have to see a video. You can visualize what they're saying by just listening to the words, and then that sometimes leaves it up to the imagination of the person who's listening.
Agreed. Agreed. So with that being said, let's talk about the ad libs really quickly. Like
Yeah.
you said, you missed the ad libs. What
Yes.
top 3 singers do you think gives the best ad libs?
I definitely have to say myself.
Of course.
I'd have to say, wow, who else? Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
Mary J. Blige, definitely. And Beyonce, she kills the ad libs. Who else? There's so many people, man. Um, it's Maxwell.
Yes.
Uh, it's a lot of them. I mean,
It is
it's
a
so
lot.
many. Yeah, I can
It's a
go on for
lot.
days. Yeah, it's a lot.
I would say you and Wanye for sure for me.
Oh, Wanye is a big.
Yeah,
Oh,
like Wanye is a monster. Like
yeah, he's
Wanye is
ridiculous.
a
He's
monster.
ridiculous. Yeah, he's super ridiculous with it.
Agreed. But how do you feel like, okay, listen, when every time somebody plays the song of Where I Want to Be, the first thing that comes to mind is how does
Yeah.
that make you feel? Like, seriously, how does that make you feel? Because I remember at one point it was a meme.
Yeah, it was. People, I mean, I've got so many people come and ask me, what does that mean? What is that? And and my only answer is, when I was a kid, I used to listen to my grandmother, and it's actually called scatting. It's a jazz form. It's a form of singing that jazz singers used to do, like beat up, doo doo, all that kind of stuff like that. So what I did was I just remember her doing it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do this in this record because my grandmother used to do it, and it worked.
Agree.
It worked.
Agree. It's like that part of the song, like that ad lib took it just went on its own little journey.
It did. And people still today ask me, what does that mean? I'm like, I guess it means whatever you want it to mean.
That is so amazing. I'm gonna tell you this. That's amazing. Now for what's up, you was with the late Lisa Left Eye. You got any fond memories of working with her?
Yeah, I mean, the funnest moments was shooting that video, man. Watching her walk down that hallway, strut her stuff, man. Just amazing, man. Beautiful woman, man. I mean, I thought she was incredible. At the time when we did that song, she had just burned down Andre crib. TLC had just had like like the #1 album out, and then she did this record with me. So quite naturally, and in the song she's talking about, I believe in blowing up spots, and so it all connected, and it just made people look at her like, damn, if she fucking with Donell, who is Donell? So it shined the light on me, and it brought a lot of attention to me. And I tell you, man, without her being on that record, I don't know if it had the same success, because she definitely helped that out a lot.
Absolutely. So if you could think back to like the younger Darnell when you just moved to Jersey and then you moved your family to Jersey and y'all was still surviving off of rice.
Woo! I remember them days, yo.
Do you remember?
I do.
Absolutely. So look, being Darnell right now, going back to the Darnell that used to eat the rice, what is your struggle meal? Like, cause I don't care how big you get, it's always that meal that you just never gonna let go of.
It wouldn't be rice. I mean, that's for sure. It wouldn't be rice. I mean, my struggle meal, you know what? It'd be a combination of like rice and beans. You know what I'm saying? Because I can do that. I can do that at any point, and it's not expensive. It's something you can throw together. You know what I'm saying? And you can feed a lot of people with it. So that would be my struggle meal.
Absolutely. Mine is sausage and beans and then grilled cheese and French fries.
Oh, grilled cheese. Yeah, you can't go wrong with grilled cheese. I feel like grilled cheese can be gourmet. You know what I'm saying? You can make a gourmet grilled cheese.
Absolutely, you can't. Like, listen, you can chef it up with some grilled cheese.
I'm telling you.
You can do ham and cheese, turkey.
I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh. So let me ask you this. We went from Where I Want to Be, right, to now Karma Payback.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That just the dynamics of the song, because Where I Want to Be was you like trying to figure out yourself, figure out where you wanted to be with this particular person.
Yes.
You know, trying to just figure yourself out while trying to find you. You know what I mean? Find you
Yeah.
in this relationship. Is this worth it? Is this not? You know, that whole situation to now singing songs like Karma, which is
Yeah.
more so about when you mess up in a relationship, expect for it to come back to you. So
Yeah.
that just the Where I Want to Be to Karma shows the growth of
Thank
Donell Jones.
you.
It,
Thank
it
you.
shows the growth. So what was the experience like, you know, being able to warn people about relationships, like from Donell then to Donell now, warning people about, listen, when you mess up in a relationship, expect for it to come back. What is that experience for you?
For me, all the songs that I've written throughout my career has been based on personal experiences. The Karma hasn't. I just woke up. I used to love this group called the Stylistics, which is the music is derived from the Stylistics, and they had a song called "Payback as a Dog."
Got it.
So what I did was, I used to always love this song. So I said, one day I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna recreate this record, but I'm gonna rewrite it and do it the way I would do it. And it just so happened that the words started coming, and it's true. Whatever you do to people, you really got to watch out what you do and treat people like you want to be treated, because it will come back on you. And what makes the song even deeper is that the true meaning behind the song is, when you fall in love with yourself, there's no way you're gonna let anybody else treat you any different, because you know what real love is when you find out who you are. So that was the real meaning behind the song, is when you find out who you are and you love yourself more, everything else is gonna fall away. You know what I'm saying? All the hatred, all the stuff that people was doing to you, it'll fall away, and then you'll become a better person, and somebody else coming into your life will know how to love you, because you ain't gonna take it if they don't.
See, that's amazing coming from I'm trying to find myself to look. I know who I am. Okay.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It
Exactly.
is, you know?
I appreciate that though. I mean, that makes me feel good that you recognize that. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. So is there anything like during your experience, right? Has karma hit you? Has it came back to you?
Yeah, hell yeah, karma hit me. I mean, when I was doing the Where I Want to Be album, and I created that song, I was in a relationship at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I wasn't being a good boyfriend, because I wasn't married, but I wasn't being a good man. I had children with my baby moms, and I was on the road wilding out. Yeah, and it came back. It hurt me, because my next relationship, she did the same thing to me. You know what I'm saying? And deservingly so. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't that good of a person to the woman that held me down. And it comes back. It definitely comes back. No matter if it's through love or through something else, some financial or whatever, you're gonna definitely reap that what you sow. So I mean, I would tell people, man, just be very honest with yourself and honest with the person that you with. And if you don't want them, don't be with them. You know what I'm saying? That's just real.
How do you, okay, so look, let's go here, because you've been around the block a couple times. So
Oh
let me
yeah. Oh
ask
yeah.
you this. How do you, okay, if you're in a relationship with somebody, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
obviously where I want to be, you had to figure it out. So now you pretty much know the answer to this at this point in your
Yeah.
life. Okay.
Okay.
You
Come on.
wanted to break up with somebody. It's not working. How would you go about doing that?
Just be honest. You mean, look, hey, this me and you talking right now. Right. Look, baby, check it out. It's not working. It's not working. We have some issues and things are not changing. So I really feel like it's better that we separate and do a different thing. If we're meant to be together, it'll happen in the future, but right now we're not compatible. And that's it.
And that's it. But the generation I'm in right now, we ghost. We go ghost.
He said, you ain't saying nothing. I'm just not gonna pick up the phone no more. I'm just out of here.
Right. That's what our generation does. It's like, I don't understand why it's so hard to just communicate and say, you know what? I just can't do this. Let me be honest with you, Donell. Somebody hit me with I just think you deserve better. Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
Yes, that's that mean that he ain't no good at all.
Right, I'm like,
telling on yourself.
right, like you just deserve better. Like, You tell me what's going on, please.
Right. I think you need more of an explanation than that. Like, I mean, come on. Like, that's some sucker shit right there.
You just gonna bow out? No explanation, nothing.
Yeah.
That's how you gonna bow out. That's the
Right.
generation I'm in. That's why I had to say, what's an example, right? You
Right.
know, what's an example? Because our generation don't get it. We just ghost, disappear, Casper.
But you
Okay.
know what? I mean, we gotta have great examples. I mean, you know, like I was saying, you know, back in the days when I was growing up, I just was a mirror of what I seen. And you know, even though I had my dad in my life, I was in the streets a lot. So I learned from being in the streets. So a lot of these cats are learning from being in the streets. They don't have good examples. So there's nobody teaching them how to be a man. I had to learn how to be a man through trial and error. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I figured it out at a at later age in my life. But at the same time, though, a lot of these young cats, they had to go through that same process. And a lot of y'all women ain't ready to wait around for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's understood.
Agreed. And I would say a lot of women make excuses too for
Yeah.
men.
Yeah.
I would definitely say we do make excuses for men, like when they start acting up, well, he's just dealing with something, or, maybe it could be me. You know what I mean? I think
Right.
it's an acceptance of both. Like you said, once you learn yourself, you know what you will and will not accept. And I think that's just the
Yep.
overall message to the whole
Yep.
situation.
Yep.
Absolutely. So Karma is on the 7th studio album called
Yes.
100% Free. Right?
Yes. Yep.
What does 100% free represent?
For me, 100% free means, I'm free from a lot of the addictions that I had in the past. I used to smoke marijuana all the time, and I was addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? Now if I smoke, I'm gonna smoke every now and then, and it's not something I need. I used to drink. I used to be an alcoholic. I don't drink at all anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never drink again because it just turns me into a different person.
Right.
I used to smoke cigarettes. I smoked for 30 years, and I'm free from that. I'll never smoke another cigarette because I know it didn't help me. It hindered my body. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my body is a temple, and it was given to me by God to live in this house. So I got to treat this house with respect.
Right.
So a lot of things, negative thinking. I was thinking a lot of negative things. Negative thoughts don't stop coming. I just stopped paying attention to them.
Right.
So it's all about what you pay attention to and what you give your energy to and your attention to. And I just stopped paying attention to things that didn't matter in my life. That's why I feel like I'm 100% free. And I feel like we as a people need to understand that we need to be free of a lot of things that are hindering us, a lot of things that we don't necessarily need. It's okay to do things in moderation, just don't be addicted to it, And that's my motto, and that's why I named the album 100% free, and it'll be free for the fans to download.
So it's free? So it's 100% free and it's 100% free.
And it's 100% free. Yep.
So taking that 7-year hiatus, because you took a 7-year hiatus from making music.
Yeah.
Or was it making music or just like,
It was, no, I'm not, I always make music. So I didn't take a hiatus from making music. I just took a hiatus from putting out music and I still was on the road doing shows and stuff like that. But I was very selective with what I did because, I got married and I had 2 more children along with the 4 daughters I already had. They're grown. My daughters are grown, but my 2 little children, I just wanted to make sure I was home to be around, because again, when I had my 4 daughters, I was on the road a lot. I was in my prime of my career, and I really wasn't home to be with them. So I just wanted to do things differently this time around and make sure, I'm there. And I had a son, so I want to make sure I'm there for my boy and he can watch me and learn from me. So that's why I took a hiatus.
Okay, understood. So with you taking that hiatus and now you're coming back, you like, you know what? I'm going to drop this album and I'm going to make it free to everyone. What was the inspiration behind that?
Because, I mean, you know what? When this year hit, I was going to actually put out another album. But when the pandemic hit, people lost their jobs. I really felt like, let me do something for my fans. Let me do something for the people. Let me make an album that's expressing, what's going on in the world today. And let me make something that is still R&B. It still feels good. Like I miss that type of music that make you feel good. Like you put it on and you just feel a certain kind of way. It gives you an energy. And I just wanted to do that for the fans. And I felt like, a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people not making money like they used to. So why not give them something free? You know, God blessed me with this talent. He didn't charge me for it. So why not give one to the fans for free?
That's amazing. I like that outlook. Yes. God gave me something and he didn't give it to me for free. He gave it to me for free. So let me give
Yep.
y'all my gift for free. Exactly.
Yep.
I love that. I love that. And then you say
Thank
you
you.
have 5 girls and 1 boy.
Yes. Yep. Yep. My son was
Talk
the
about
last
that
one.
experience.
Woo. Well, I mean, well, first of all, living in the house with, I had 4 daughters, but I had my girl at the time. You know, so that was living in the house with 5 women.
Women.
I mean, that was tough because I mean, my daughters, they was always at each other's throat. Then they getting on their mother nerve. And I mean, it was just a house full of chaos. And then don't even mention when they start getting older and that monthly thing start happening. I mean, just craziness. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, I love my daughter. They're all grown. I'm a grandfather now of 2
Oh,
grandsons.
congratulations.
Yeah, I got 2 grandsons, and my son is about to be 5 years old, and my daughter is 11. And she's not. No, she's about to be 13.
Got it.
So
Oh, she's
so
still a baby in your eyes. She's still your princess.
yeah, so and I got married 7 years ago. So I mean, I'm at a really happy place in my life right now, and you know, I'm just loving me. I'm loving the person that I became. You know, a long time ago, I always wanted to meet good people, but I didn't realize that I had to recreate myself and turn into one first.
Agreed. And I
Yeah.
feel that. I feel that 1,010%. So let me ask you this: the Donell Jones that I'm talking to right now, if he had to give some type of advice to the Donell Jones who was, dealing with his own demons,
Mm-hmm.
what advice would you give yourself then?
I would say, you know what, young bro, you're gonna go through a lot of things in life, man. Just keep your head up, keep moving forward. I wouldn't change anything because I think changing something would change the course of who I am today. I love who I am today. I would just tell them, look, man, you're gonna go through some things, man. Just keep your head up, don't never quit, and just keep going. But you're gonna be all right in the end. Just keep going, and it's all for a purpose, and you're gonna love who you become after this.
Absolutely. I love that. I love
Yeah.
it. So back to 100% Free. You produced and wrote everything for the album? Like 100%?
Yeah, I did. I did. And I usually do that on all my projects.
Right.
It's very like maybe I say maybe 60% of the albums I created myself. Um, I did it with this particular album, everything, because I didn't want anybody to work for free. I felt like if I'm going to get a producer, I didn't want to go ask him to give me a track for free so I can put it
Yeah,
on my free album. So I said, you know what, I'm going to create this record from my heart, and whatever I feel is what I'm going to do. And I love it. I love the way it sounds. It's an awesome record, and I'm just doing it for the fans, man. I mean, why not?
absolutely. And you got some writing credits under your belt from 702 Get It Together, which is my
Yeah.
shower song. I sing that song in the
Uh-oh.
shower.
Okay.
Jacquees 23, Usher,
Yeah.
Think of You. And I think you did another one for Usher too, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Song called "You Took My Heart" on his first album. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Understood. So are you still writing,
I am. I am. Again, I took a hiatus from that too.
Okay.
Jacquees was the first. I wasn't really I wasn't really planning on writing for Jacquees. What happened was one day, my business partner called me up and he was like, "Yo, this young cat want to meet you. His name is Jacquees." I really didn't know who he was at the time,
Right.
so I went and I did some research on him and I found out, what song he did. He did this song called "Bed" and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to go meet him, he was like, "Big bro, I want to play my record for you. I love what you do." So I heard his album and I loved it. I fell in love with it. I was like, "Yo, this dope." He was like, "Well, can you do me a song? But I want you to do a song that sounds like your music." And that's when I gave him 23. But I had no intentions of working with anybody at the time. But he kind of woke me up. He kind of woke me up and was like, "Now it's time to get back to work," because I kind of got that bug after working with him.
See,
Yeah.
that's what happens though.
Yeah.
It's always when it's meant for you, it comes right back around the way that it's
It
supposed
does.
to.
It really does.
It
Yeah.
does. Because I tell somebody in a heartbeat, like my steps are ordered. It's just it is what it
Yep.
is.
Yep.
Order. I didn't choose this. This kind of chose me.
Yep. It happens like that though.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So where can everybody get 100% free for free?
Okay, well, you're going to be able to download it from my website. It's Donell Jones. That's Donell. Some people use two N's, but it's not. It's Donell Jones music.com. You'll be able to download it from there. It's also going to be in all the streaming services. I'm also still going to put it on iTunes and all that, just in case somebody, if they listen to the album, say, you know what, I want to support them anyway. You can do that. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm telling you, you can download this for free. So I'm not asking for your money. I'm saying, if you feel like you want to, you can do that. But you can download it from my website. Again, it's called 100% free. And I'm hoping that we all strive to one day become 100% free.
100% free. You can get that DonellJonesMusic.com.
Yes.
And where can everybody follow you? You got an Instagram?
Yeah, my Instagram is Donell Jones Forever. My Facebook is Donell Jones Music. And my Instagram, my Twitter is Donell Jones 96. I know people like, dang, he got all them damn names. I don't know. I mean, hey.
It's cool. I'll throw them up there. No problem. No problem.
I appreciate it.
No worries. But I thank you for joining me. Your whole grandfather now?
Granddad. For real, for real.
Pop, Donell Jones.
Yeah. My grandson older than my son.
Look at that. You know? What does your grandson call you?
He called me Pawpaw.
He call you Pawpaw?
Yeah. So I'm a Pawpaw now, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to you. Much success to you.
I appreciate it.
Being an inspiration to us all.
Thank you.
Definitely continue to do that. Thank you so much for joining me today.
I appreciate you having me. Thanks again.